Hi everybody, Ellen here. Today I am actually here with a video with something I've never done before, neither on camera or off camera really. And it is that I've realized that I have a shitload of books. And not only that, but also the fact that I have a shitload of books that I'm either not going to read at all or books that I'm not going to reread. And yeah, and I also realized that I'm almost 22 in about a month or so, and my bookshelves, which I have two of, and a little bit tiny shelves somewhere around my room, and they're almost full, all of them, and yeah, I can't keep on living like this. So today I am actually unhauling some books. I don't even know how many books it is because it's a shitload. Last time I counted it was like 45, but I did add a couple of books after that, so yeah, I think it's closer to like 50 or something like that, so I have no idea. But anyways, I'm going to start show you guys which books I'm going to unhaul. And yeah, I'm not going to tell you guys what they're about because then we will be here forever. So yeah, I'm just gonna show you what books it is and also tell you a little bit shortly about why I'm hauling it. And the first book is The Longest Ride by Nicholas Sparks. I did read this one and I liked it, but I think I gave it like a 3 star or something like that, and I'm not gonna reread it. And we have The Best of Me by Nicholas Sparks, and I read it, liked it just fine, but it didn't have that little extra spark that I wanted, so yeah, I'm not gonna reread it. And I have The Scorch Trials, and I have The Scorch Trials and The Death Cure by James Dashner, and this is the Maze Runner trilogy, and I do have book 1 in this pile as well. I just didn't really put them in order, so it's down there somewhere, but yeah, I'm unhauling this entire series. I thought it was pretty good, the first book, but then I just thought it went a little bit downhill from the second one, and I liked it. It was good, but not good enough for me wanting to reread it. And if I ever do change my mind, I'll just get them as ebooks or something. And now we have Uppvaknandet by PC Cast and Kristin Cast, and I have not read this book. This is by vampires, obviously, but I don't even, this is book 8 in the series, and I think I have the first 7 in the series, but there's actually in my attic, so that's the next problem to take care of. But yeah, I read the last 7 books like years and years and years ago, and I thought it was like a 3 stars kind of series, so I don't even know I have this, and I'm so not in the mood to read it, so I'm not going to. And then we have The Constant Princess by Philippa Gregory, and this is the first book in the series called something, I don't even know, The Tudor Court. I do really love book 2 in this series called The Elder Boleyn Girl. I actually am keeping that one, but this was a 3 star book for me, and I thought it was really interesting. I just don't know if I'll reread it, and I don't really feel like I need a physical copy, so if I do change my mind, I'll just get it as an ebook instead. Now we have another series that I'm missing one of the books because it's down there somewhere in my pile, but I do have Delirium by Lauren Oliver and Pandemonium by Lauren Oliver, and book 3 is down there somewhere, but yeah, I'm unhauling these series. I do like this cover though, so I'm a little bit sad to see it go, but I'm not going to keep it just because of that. I did read this series and they don't even match because I don't know why I buy things. But yeah, I thought it was really good. I did. But I do have them as ebooks as well. So I mean, I don't need both. So yeah, I'm unhauling this trilogy as well. Here was Requiem, and that was the 3rd book. So yeah, I'm unhauling this one as well. And then we have Vassa Föremål, or Sharp Objects, I think it's called in English, by Gillian Flynn. And I thought it was a 3 star kind of book. I really liked Gone Girl by her because I gave it like 5 stars, I think. But this one just did not. This was just not as good as Gone Girl, so I'm not going to reread it. And we also have Dark Places by Gillian Flynn, and read it, liked it just fine, not going to reread it. And then we have Flicka med pärlor i sjunga by Tracy Chevalier. Have not read it, not interested in doing so either. Then we have En drottnings död and Tårar av blod of Elizabeth Massey, and I did read the first book of the 3 I have, which I have somewhere there as well because I'm going to unhaul it as well, but I can't find it here now. But this is book 2 and 3, is it? Yeah, I think so. And I just these books are based off of the TV show The Tudors, and I didn't realize that until after I've already bought it. And you can totally tell that it's sort of written just to be more interesting as like a TV show perspective kind of way. And I feel like they added a lot of weird kind of things that probably were not written down as historical matters about the Tudors. So yeah, I'm sort of iffy about it, and I did give the first book like 3 stars, but I'm unhauling all of the 3 books I do have. And then I'm also unhauling Rör mig inte by Tahar Mafi or Shatter Me. I thought this was like really predictable, and I read it like 50 million times before in different kind of books. I mean, the tropes and everything in this book, and it was so predictable, and it was driving me freaking nuts, and I'm not going to continue on with the series, so yeah, I'm just gonna unhaul this one. And then we have Dödsdömd by Damien Eccles, and this is a biography, and it was interesting and I liked it, gave it 3 stars. Not going to reread it. And then we have Rövardotter by Jackie Färm and Ola Brissing. Liked it, found it really interesting. Not going to reread it, which is pretty much my answer for everything. En oväntad vänskap by Abdel Salou. Read it, thought it was kind of and not going to reread it. And also promised this away to my mother, so yeah, she's getting this one. Because she wanted it. We have another book that my mother is getting because she wanted it, and that is Snövitska död in Illinois House. Read it, liked it, not going to reread it. And now we have the Key trilogy, or what the hell they call it, by Nora Roberts. This is the entire trilogy, of course, because it's a myth. And I read the first book, did not like it because it was so freaking insta-lovey and it was driving me nuts, and the story was sort of meh. So yeah, I'm not going to read the other 2, and yeah, I'm unhauling this bad boy. Livets och dödens villkor by Belinda Bauer. Read it, thought it was a 3-star kind of book, not going to reread it. Sigrid by Johanne Hildebrandt. Thought it was really interesting, really enjoyed it, gave it 4 stars, but I'm not going to reread it. We have another book in the House of Night series. I have no idea which book in the order this is, but this one is called Burn by Pleasing Kristen Cast, and I have no idea which in the order this is, but read it 1,000 years ago, pretty much. Okay, but like 10 years or something. Thought it was kind of meh, and like I said, not interested in continuing on the series, so I don't know why I keep this, and I have to clean up my attic to get the rest of the books, so yeah. Read it, hated it, moving on, unhauling it. And then we have Barnmorskan i East End by Jennifer Worth, and yeah, I mean, it was really interesting to learn about how it was to work as a nurse in the 50s, and I thought it was like really interesting, and I enjoyed reading a lot, but I'm not gonna reread it. And then we have Orange is the New Black by Piper Kerman, and it was good. It was really interesting, and I feel like I learned some things, but I'm not going to read it. And we have Öppnas i händelse av min död by Leanne Moriarty, and liked it, read it, moving on, unhauling. Och sen så har vi 17 år skitsnygg by Emma Granholm. I don't even know I bought it. I don't know. I thought it was kind of a fun read anyways, but I'm definitely not going to reread it, so someone else can get it. And then we have 7 jävligt långa dagar by Jonathan Tropper. Didn't really like it, definitely not going to read it, and I don't want it to take up space in my shelves. Then we have The Iron Trial by Holly Black and Cassandra Clare. I did really like this one, and I'm going to continue on with the series. But I do have the other books as ebooks, and I have this one as ebook as well. So I don't really feel like I needed to pick up like physical space in my bookshelf. Yeah, I've already promised this away to a person, so it will come to a new happy home. And then we have Jag lever pappa, Siri and Henrik Sundstelie. And this is also a biography, and it was really interesting and really horrible because it's about the terrorist attack on Utøya in Norway 2011, and it was really horrible and hard to read, but it was really interesting and you learned a lot. And yeah, but I don't think I want to read such a horrible book again, because it's really like hard to read about this kind of stuff. So yeah, I'm just gonna give it away. Found it, and this is The Maze Runner by James Dashner. So I've already said I'm going to unhaul the first two in the series, the last two. I mean, I just got off work. I'm tired in my head. But yeah, I'm unhauling this one as well. And then we have Jakobs Värld by Jodi Picoult, and I really did like this one, not as much as My Sister's Keeper written by her, but I feel like now when I know the plot twist in the book, I don't really see myself rereading it, because there will be no excitement left whatsoever. So yeah, I'm going to unhaul it. And then we have Baby in Boyland by Jodie Garman, and this was a fun read. I mean, it's about the girl dressed up as a boy and going to school, but to do like some research for the school paper, and it was really fun. Sort of like that Amanda Bynes movie. She's like a man or something. I don't remember. Anyways, so it was a quick and fun read. I read it years and years and years ago, and I'm not planning to rereading it anytime soon whatsoever. So I'm just going to unhaul it. And we have another Nicholas Sparks books actually, and this is The Lucky One. And I read it. I did really like it. I actually really did, but I'm not going to keep it because I don't know, I just feel like a lot of Nicholas Sparks books are quite similar, and my favorite is still and will always be Dear John. But yeah, I don't feel like I need a physical copy of this book in my shelves. Now we have this freaking behemoth, which was actually one of my TBR jar picks for 1 month this year. And this is The Lake House by Kate Morton. It was really good and interesting and everything. I know the plot twists, so I find it fun to reread it. And I'm not planning to reread it because it was definitely get through this. It just frightens me because you can kill somebody with this because it's freaking heavy. But yeah, I'm definitely giving this one away. And then we have Still Alice by Lisa Genova, and this book was actually really freaking good. It's about you know, getting sick in Alzheimer's and how your life changes and everything, and I really liked it. It was very hard and brutal to read really, but I'm not going to reread it, but it was definitely a really good read. And then we have The Girl on the Train by Paula Hawkins. Like a lot of the books I'm unhauling, I know the plot twist, I know what happens, I'm not interested in rereading it. Now we have The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. Read it, gave it like a vague, very kind 3-star rating. Not really my kind of book. I know a lot of people really loves it, but it's just not my kind of read, and it's like one of the few like adult books I read, and just not my kind of book. But it was definitely interesting, but yeah, I'm not going to reread it, so yeah, I'm unhauling it. And then we have the book I was looking for. And this is the first one, Ske din vilja by Anne Gracie. And this is the Tudor series like I talked about before. And this one I actually have read, and this was the one I gave 3 stars. Didn't really like the fact that it's sort of added the spiciness in it, just to like make people that watch the TV show want to read the book. And yeah, didn't really feel it was like that accurate really. And yeah, so I'm unhauling it because I don't really want to read it again. And then we have the Suki Stackhouse series, or True Blood or whatever you want to call it. Holy crap, it's escaping. And this is Dead Until Dark, Living Dead in Dallas, Club Dead, Dead of the World, Dead to the World, Definitely Dead, Dead as a Journal, Altogether Dead, From Dead to Worse, Dead and Gone, Dead in the Family, and A Touch of Dead. Maybe they should come up with new book names because that's a lot of dead. I have read this series like 3 times, I feel like it is. I think it's 3 times. Really loved it at that point. I read them the first time like, I don't know, 10 years ago, I think it was. Last time like 5 years ago maybe. Well, I did read the first book like a year or so ago, but the entire series was like 5 years ago. And I'm gonna put this down. I mean, this was one of my favorite series a couple of years ago. I really liked it, but at this point in my life, I'm really through and definitely done with all vampires and whatever. So yeah, it was sort of a hard decision to actually decide to throw this out, because it is the first 11 books in the series and I'm missing like 2. But I had decided I'm not going to finish the series because I don't really feel like it, because I didn't really like the ending that much maybe. But yeah, so I decided that I was going to unhaul this because there's so many books. I mean, it's 11 and take up so much space, and yeah, I really like them, so I hope someone will like reading them. And then we also have Seed of Ashes by Cassandra Clare, and for some reason I had read book 2 from the library or something, and then I just went and bought book 2 when I had like a gift card in the bookstore, and so yeah, I went and bought this. And I have another copy. It's like right here. I don't know if you can see that, but right here. So I do have another copy, and that copy is actually prettier. So yeah, I don't need 2 copies, and this one is just standing there for like forever alone, and I don't need it. So I'm going to unhaul it, but I do like this series, so don't get me wrong. And yeah, that was all the books I'm going to unhaul. I have no idea how many it is. I will count them later. So you'll probably see it in the video's name or something like that, I believe. I will do. But yeah, these are all the books I'm going to try to sell at least. So if you live in Sweden and you're interested in buying any of these, please let me know and we can figure things out. But yeah, my first unhaul video, and there will probably be more because I feel pretty good about it, although my shelves do like look like shit right now because I just got home from work, so I haven't even had the time to fix it, and I'm so freaking tired, so I don't even know when I'm going to fix it. But yeah, it's not going to look like big holes everywhere all the time because that would be a terrible background to film against. But yeah, and I'm not going to try to pick all of these 50 books up, even though I know you would find it really amusing. But I'm not going to do that because I'm actually working my summer job right now at an amusement park. And yeah, I hurt my back, so I'm in some pain right now, so I'm not going to do that to myself. So yeah, you'll have to live with the thumbnail I do magically fix. So I hope that's good enough. Anyways, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, which you can do down below. Yeah, because I do upload 3 times a week and you do not want to miss out on that, now do you? Anyways, I hope we'll see each other next time. Bye!